Today on the Anime Zone, a review of Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt, Japan's attempt at paying homage to American cartoons by making a comedy anime with many references to American media. Now, for Japan looking from the outside in, I wonder what kind of humor they'd think America would really like. Oh.
I don't want bad new dick, I want good old dick.
You have a massive erection.
Dick, 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 dick.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you over the sound of my giant throbbing erection.
Oh, cock.
High-class season commanders! Motherfuckers!
Ever since anime started getting semi-popular in the West, there's always been some kind of rivalry between American cartoon fans and anime fans. Anime fans see cartoons as either childish shallow dribble that doesn't hold a candle when it comes to telling a story, or as a bunch of adult sex humor shows with the substance of a spoon, and cartoon fans see the others as a conglomerate of weird perverted tentacle rape fantasies with the same 3 frames of animation consisting of a fan base who spend way too much time with their pillows. So who knew that one day some Japanese guy would get drunk off his tits and decide it would be a great idea to make a raunchy sex-filled comedy anime with an art style that looks like some cartoon set in a knockoff Adult Swim dimension starring a black priest, a goth, and Paris Hilton. But that's exactly what penis and sex jokes with gangbang is all about. Meet the fallen angels Panty and Stocking, the Anarchy sisters who got thrown out of heaven because they were somehow too offensive with their foul mouths, unangel-like behaviour, and general attitude of not giving a fuck. Or apparently too many. As punishment, they are now trapped in the purgatory of Danton City, where the show follows their daily adventures of killing ghosts, taking names, kicking ass, and chewing bubblegum. Or condoms, apparently. Under the guidance of Garter Belts, they use their heavenly powers to transform their divine Panty and Stockings into holy weapons that they use to battle the evil monsters of shit, the wicked beasts of snot, and what the fuck am I reading? Yes, I'm not sure what Gynax was smoking, snorting, or injecting when making this, but that's as much sense as a plot synopsis is ever gonna make. Because trying to sell Panty and Stocking for its story is a bit like trying to sell porn for its cinematography. What the show is really about is its over-the-top zaniness and vulgar humour as a homage to American animation and a parody of Western media. The first thing people will notice about this anime is that it looks nothing like a fucking anime. The art style resembles Powerpuff Girls on crack and mostly consists of 10-minute one-off Monster of the Week type stories in the same format as something like Dexter's Laboratory, and has minimal continuity until the final few episodes. Each episode is pretty formulaic, with a new ghost appearing which our main duo need to kill, which they go about doing in various ways when they're not busy parodying Transformers, taking a stab at high school movies, or reenacting the opening sequence to Saving Private Ryan with sperm. Saving Private Ryan with sperm. Yup, you have Panty, a typical feisty blonde with a foul mouth who transforms her underwear into guns while fighting ghosts, though she'd much rather spend all her time partying and finding different guys to fuck. Her sister Stocking is an equally lazy gothic Lolita with an obsession for sweets whose power comes from her stockings that she transforms to use as katanas. Garter Belt completes the trio off, a black priest with an afro who has a secret obsession for bondage and molesting little boys. Ha! Ah, subtlety. His job is to keep the angels under control, and the only real thing missing about his character is that he didn't get voiced by Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, no offense, preacher man, but Jesus God, what is that?
What happened here was a miracle, and I want you to fucking acknowledge it.
Now, here's where I hit a roadblock in this review, because you know what? This is a comedy anime, and how funny it is will vary from person to person because comedy is such a subjective thing. So the best thing I can do is just describe it to you and hope that you get an idea of whether it's your type of humour or not. In a nutshell, it's crude and unrestrained, touting every kind of immature joke in the book, which is ironic considering this is meant to be a mature show, when I would say that the humour is anything but. And here's exactly what I mean. The basic formula dick joke for an episode is to either parody or reference a popular Western theme, blowjob, while throwing in swear words or sexual jokes every other line. Vagina. There's not that much thought put into the writing since most jokes are just as lowbrow and vulgar as you can get. Cock. And while this may be amusing for the first few episodes, penis, it can get kinda grating after a while since there's no subtlety, and it's just the same thing every episode. Giant erection! With a different setting. bollocks. The jokes were just too repetitive and predictable to get hard laughs out of me, even though I have stated numerous times that the almighty secret of breaking into the Western audience is just to add a lot of dick jokes, unless you are smart and sophisticated like me of course, and can write really clever and witty jokes.
I have a boner. I have a boner. I have a boner.
What the boner?
You have to know what to expect when going into this. Gainax knew its target demographic were a bunch of complete dipshits like me, and it's the perfect anime to just switch off your brain and let that immature 14-year-old teenager slip out and run wild for a few minutes. But that's not to say that the dick jokes are the only thing the show has going for it. Despite its simple art style, the show actually has some very decent and fun action scenes spread throughout, with one of the highlights being the over-the-top catfight mid-series, and it's little things like this that somehow gives it an anime taste despite being so westernized. Though there were times when the quality of animation really did drop down to flash animation level. Another plus was that the soundtrack was great, mostly consisting of catchy electronic tunes which perfectly matched up to the fun feel of the show. And while we're on the subject of sound, the dub for the show was amazing and did everything it needed to do. I honestly can't imagine enjoying the show as much if I watched it subbed. And for such a vulgar show, the dub held nothing back, often adding to it, and hearing the banter in English was just so much funnier than trying to read it.
It's time for us to flush the toilet. Number 1, that was cheesy. Number 2, you smell like shit.
How about I buy you a cake from that fancy bakery and you manage to do this without saying another fucking word?
As long as what I'm saying now doesn't count, I'm in.
Then let's make this fucking fucker pay for covering me in this fucking shit. Okay, you can reply to that.
You could obviously tell how much fun the voice actors were having when recording this, and it shines through with their performances. On top of the fact that this is such a westernized anime, it's a no-brainer that this is one show that should be watched dubbed. All this adds up to a very entertaining package that has more going for it than meets the eye. It was fun seeing the typical stupid transformation sequence turn into a seductive pole dance. It was a nice little touch to have the clay ghost blow up every time in live action as one was killed. And just seeing an anime like this was a breath of fresh air in itself. Even if it was trying to appeal to the American audience so hard, the back of the box art might as well just consisted of the words "Please Adult Swim, please," and a picture of someone bending over backwards. But as an experimental anime, I would say that this was a success. Remember that this came from Studio Gainax, the studio that gave us Neon Genesis Budget Control, ADHD the anime, and Tengen Topper Fuck Logic Up the Arse. So saying that Gainax likes to experiment is a bit like saying the entire cast of Jersey Shore likes to be fucking retards. But whether it's a hit or miss, I can never stop saying that they put all the effort into it. You can quite clearly tell that Gainax tried really hard with this, and even if it was just full of dick and sex jokes, they put their heart and soul into making every dick and sex joke as vulgar and lowbrow as possible, which in my eyes deserves credit in some weird and twisted way. Overall, Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt is a mixed bag with a few hits and misses, but some of the spread out action scenes and great soundtrack make it a very entertaining package overall. For me, the show is more fun than funny, more entertaining than laugh out loud, and it surely won't appeal to everyone, but if you can let that immature side of you run wild for a while, and aren't easily offended or watch stuff with your mum in the living room, you could try giving this a watch. Currently, Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt is licensed by Funimation, and is also available for streaming subbed and dubbed on their website. And with that, I think I've gone through enough dick jokes to last me a lifetime. So, you know what? Why don't we switch to some more refined media for a while, just so we can feel a bit more sophisticated.
The government's control of the whole electoral process rendered the vote unfair, according to Dutch observer Tiny Cox.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Hey guys, Giguk here. I hope you enjoyed that review of Panty and Stocking. It's been a while, I know, but I'm trying to work on getting more regular videos out, whether it be reviews or rants or reactions, and I'm actually working on Averbridge 4.0 now, so yeah. If this is your first time watching me, then you can check out some of my other stuff right here, and if you like it, you know, try and give me a like, subscribe maybe, and don't forget you can also find me on Facebook and Twitter in the description below. Anyway, that's it for me now though, so I'm gonna go back to working on some more videos for you guys. So until then, I've been Giguk, and I'll see you all next time.